Reed, what up, buddy? You want to work your team? I'll let you. Shout out to the Lost Boys. Y'all stay intact, all right? Peace right here in the building.
REED-BBS, BBS. Ass whooping of the year. Ass whooping of the year. Let's discuss who got that ass whooped this year to the highest degree, to the highest level of severity. Who got beat up and beat down in 2024. And let me be clear, this is not to be confused or mistaken with the KO of the year. It's a totally different topic, totally different award. KO of the year is sudden and typically a one-hitter or a two-quitter hitter. Two-hitter quitter, two-quitter hitter. Ass whooping of the year is prolonged. It's sustained. And in the midst of watching it, it dawns on you, like, man, this motherfucker getting that ass whooped. Damn. You can literally see the fighter being broken bit by bit, slowly but surely, in the midst of one of them type of ass whoopings. And the effects of that ass whooping, it lingers, sometimes forever. So with that said, the 2024 ass whooping of the year nominees are Rolly Romero versus Isak Pitbull Cruz. Rolly does what Rolly do. He ridicules you. He makes funnies at your expense. He talks about how short you are, how basic you are, Pitbull. And he even called Pitbull a chihuahua. He even called him a chihuahua. You know what I'm saying? Like, Rolly, he is who he is. I think he even whipped out a Pitbull chain at one of the pressers. It was that bad. And for as one-sided as the pressers were in Rolly's favor, the fight itself was that much more one-sided on Pitbull's behalf. He put hands on Rolly. Relentless pressure and looping left hands had Rolly doing the stanky leg in the very first round, holding on for dear life. Rabid pro-Pitbull crowd going crazy as each of those clubbing shots landed to Rolly's fucking head body till the ref mercifully pulled Pitbull off of him in the 8th round. Rolly never touched the canvas, but he was staggered and or wobbled countless times like Bambi on skates and some shit. Next nominee, Jared, the real Big Baby Anderson versus Martin Bakole. Against the wishes of Bob Arum and Top Rank, Big Baby Anderson jumped on that Saudi money because, you know, them Saudi pockets is deep. And he took a very dangerous fight with a true KO artist in Bakole. Relentless pressure of Bakole. In the very first round, he caught Big Baby and hurt him with a right uppercut in an exchange. And in a 1-2, all of that conspired to drop Big Baby in the very first round. Bakole, he shrunk the ring. He's already a big dude, big-ass dude. And he shrunk the ring, cut it off well, stayed close to Anderson, and punished his ass for several rounds before finishing Big Baby in the 5th. He dropped Big Baby 3 times total. 3 times. Big Baby kept getting up. He kept taking that ass whooping like a man. I give it to him. But there was a look of resignation all over his face and a bloody bottom lip for what it's worth. Take that with you. Now, Anderson had spoke openly in the past of wanting to get out of the game early, retire before the age of 30, whether he was heavyweight champion or not. Martin Bakole may have just hastened Big Baby's exit. Let's put it that way. Next nominee, AnthonyJoshua versus Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois. The sparring stories. We all heard them. Frank Warren admits that's why he signed Daniel Dubois. Still, most of us ignored the sparring stories. I believed them, sure. I mean, I did not believe them. I believe Dubois probably did catch Joshua in sparring one day. Shit happens. But I confidently picked Joshua going into the actual fight with Dubois. And once again, in the very first round, a looping right hand dropped Joshua to his knees. Joshua was very unsteady when he rose, and he was lucky the bell rang and saved his ass. And in actuality, Joshua never recovered from that shot, nor the sparring stories, getting dropped 4 times total and 10 counted in the 5th round. All of Joshua's losses were thorough in their own way, all 4 of them. But none, including the KO loss to bad-built Andy Ruiz, none of Joshua's losses were as comprehensive as this one. Dubois whooped that ass, simply put. Dubois beat the Ben Davidson out of Joshua. It was that damn bad. Moving on to Tim Tszyu versus Bakram Murtazliev. Soul Taker, huh? Okay. Well, if Tim Tszyu didn't bleed his soul away versus Fundora, for Sebastian Fundora, whatever remained was dusted off by Murtazliev. In the 2nd round, too brave and ballsy for his own good, Tszyu was dropped hard in the pocket trading by a nasty-ass left hook. And a one-sided avalanche ensued. It was all downhill from there. Murtazliev bitch-slapped Tszyu to the canvas at one point, leaving my man dazed, confused, and saved by the fucking bell just after 2 rounds, dog. Like, 2 fucking rounds and all that happened. Bravely or stupidly, take your pick, Tszyu continued to wade into Murtazliev, who continued to drill his ass with left hooks until Tszyu's corner, which had misguided him majorly in recent times, they finally did him a solid and stopped the fight in the 3rd fucking round. Like, finally, you did right by this dude. Now, I spoke in real time of Lou DiBella's take on the Tszyu situation, how he nailed it perfectly, and I echo those sentiments of DiBella once again. And I quote, "Perhaps the worst decision-making for a star-level kid ever. Horrible promoter, manager, corner judgment, both 1, in allowing Tim to continue in the Fundora fight, and 2, following that with a beast like this guy who brought no gate or name recognition to the fight." I can literally leave the Tim Tszyu shit right there with Lou DiBella's quote. Now, for each of the nominees, there was a reasonable doubt as to who would win, or there was resounding pre-fight confidence in the guy that wound up getting that ass whooped. Likewise, early in those bouts, all reasonable doubt was removed in the very first round in most cases, which brings me to the winner of the 2024 Ass Whooping of the Year award. Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. Ding! Seconds into the fight, left hook from the ride guy rocks Dev's world. And just like Tim Tszyu, Dev never adjusted to the left hooks. This is worse in Dev's case, given their history. These two have, 6 amateur bouts against each other, a certified childhood state rivalry. Nonetheless, it was as if Dev, and more importantly, his father and so-called trainer, Dollar Bill Haney, it was as if they were late to the ride guy left hook party. As if they were the last motherfuckers to learn that Ryan had a killer left hook. So I was hurt in the 1st round, hurt and dropped in the 7th round, and badly, I might add. Dev was hurt bad in the 7th. Dropped again in the 10th and the 11th rounds, all via left hooks. Same damn punch, same hand, same side. To the same side of your fucking jaw, bro. Now, sure, the right guy pissed dirty. I won't ignore that. Twice. Pissed dirty twice. He cheated. He took performance-enhancing drugs. But if any of the aforementioned ass whoopings linger, I spoke of ass whoopings lingering, this one for sure lingers. This one lingers. Yes, Ryan's win was ruled a no contest. Yes, Dev got his O back in his L column. He did. But then Dev pressured the zone to remove, or at least not show footage of the ride guy fight. Why? Because it lingers. Tried to erase it from the record when we already saw what we saw, bruh. We saw what we saw. And frankly, that's weak and that's whack. The thing about performance-enhancing drugs is you have to connect with your target for them to be effective in a combat sport or a contact sport. I can take all the PEDs I want. It's not going to help me hit home runs in baseball nor fight at a world-class level in boxing or MMA. It just ain't. I don't have that talent. If Dev weren't deficient Defensively, PEDs would be a moot point. But as is, Dev's a slick black fighter with shitty defense. It's a bad recipe, bruh. Dev and Dollar Bill's reaction to that ass whooping is why this was 2024's ass whooping of the year winner. In the opinion of your boy REED-BBS. BBS. Blackbird Sugar, Bachelor's in Boxing Studies. Television! Fred Sanford of the Fistic Arts. When all is said and done, there's nothing left to say or do.